I have 6 of 9 symptoms of ADHD, which is the golden number. That is how many you have to be diagnosed with ADHD. But I actually cannot be diagnosed with ADHD. Some of you may know this. To be diagnosed with ADHD, it has to negatively impact your life. And it doesn't negatively impact my life. So my mom does have ADHD because I have 6 of 9 symptoms and I negatively impact her life. Sort of a ADHD once removed sort of situation. And I actually don't know what once removed means. I don't know what any of those familial titles mean. I recently learned that your cousins are only your parents' siblings' children, which was good news for me because it means I didn't accidentally make out with my cousin when I was 6. It's actually my second cousin once removed, which ironically is what my tongue did during the makeout session. It was in for a second and then once removed. Call that the Yoshi. But and the weird thing is my family was supportive because I'm from the South, and my dad's parents are actually first cousins, and I swear I thought he winked at me. Or at least that's what I'm going to call it. It was his third eye, so I'm not sure if that counts or not. I'm a pretty superstitious person, pretty superstitious. When I walk around on the sidewalks, I don't like to step in the squares twice. I'm not sure what I think will happen. Maybe my mom will get chlamydia or something, but I do know it'll be my fault. It'll be my fault, as most things are. My parents' divorce, actually, my fault. That's not my insecurities, they told me. They pulled me aside, they said, Price, we love each other, but if getting divorced means we see you half as much, that's what we're gonna have to do. Which I guess is nice, you know, they were thinking about me. But I do walk around on the sidewalk, and I don't want to step in the same thing twice, so it kind of looks like I'm always playing hopscotch, and I don't know the rules. Just sort of making it up as I go along. And it makes me really hard to walk past on the sidewalk. People will come back, and from afar it sort of looks like we're doing that thing where we like politely decide which side to pass on, but I'm making it really difficult. And eventually people just give up. They cross the road. One time this lady almost got hit by a car, just trying to get away from me so desperately. I can only imagine what was going through her head. She was probably thinking, man, this guy's got to be on crack. But I was on no cracks. I made sure to avoid all of them. I'm not going to give my mom chlamydia and break her back. That's way too much. Way too much. Don't repeat this, but the code to my apartment complex is 2001. I think it's a good code. It's easy to remember. In fact, I never forget. I get my haircuts at Great Clips. I don't know if you can tell. But I do. I get my haircuts at Great Clips. It's a good name, Great Clips. It put good clips out of business like that. But I do get my haircuts there. I do get my haircuts there. And it's weird. Last time I was there, on the wall they had this advertisement where they said, we are the proud sponsor of the NHL. I thought that's a weird thing to advertise. We proudly give haircuts to the guys who wear helmets all the time. And no one knows what they look like. I mean, who watches the NHL? I mean, sorry to all the hockey fans out there. I mean, I really am. It's a terrible affliction. I think I'd rather be born blind than a hockey fan. Although, you know, maybe they're one and the same. Maybe they are. The only upside I can think of to being a hockey fan is that the haircuts are only $20. Really the only one. I opened a box of condoms the other day because, yeah, I practice. And on the condoms it says each one is electronically tested. Electronically tested. I have no idea what that means, but I know it's better than the alternative. One thing I really don't understand is women's sizing. Women's clothes sizing, I don't get it. How is there a 0? You know, you can't be 0. You can't be nothing. And yet women want to be 0? I don't understand that either. What are they thinking? They're like, oh, I want a man to look at me and think, where is she? Don't even get me started on 00. I'm not great at math, but I'm pretty sure it's the exact same thing. Thank you so much. I've been Price Collier.